The shocking truth behind the country's most questionable food practices. Have you ever walked through a bustling Chinese street market and caught a whiff that made you stop in your tracks, unsure whether you were curious or nauseated? China's street food is undeniably vast, diverse, and deeply tied to tradition. But behind the steaming baskets and sizzling grills lies a darker reality, one filled with shocking shortcuts, unsanitary environments, and deeply unsettling ingredients. This isn't just street food, it's a window into how far culinary tradition can go when hygiene, safety, and ethics fall by the wayside. In this video, we're diving into the preparation of 5 notorious Chinese street food: stinky tofu, live seafood, fake meat skewers, recycled oil-fried snacks, and mystery meat dumplings to uncover the disturbing truths and cultural complexities that surround them. Viewer discretion is advised. Stinky tofu, a fermentation gone too far? Stinky tofu, or shu tofu, is often described as smelling like rotting garbage or a sewer. Vendors proudly ferment tofu in brine made from vegetables, meat, and sometimes even spoiled milk for weeks, sometimes months. The result, a food so pungent it triggers gag reflexes in first-time visitors, yet considered a delicacy by locals. But beyond the smell is something far more worrying: no standardized fermentation practices. Some vendors cut corners using expired milk, moldy vegetables, and questionable fermentation liquids to speed up the process or reduce costs. In open-air markets, tofu blocks are often left exposed to flies, rats, and industrial pollution. Though defenders say the smell is a sign of authenticity, critics argue it's a symbol of how cultural pride can sometimes override basic food safety. When the line between traditional and dangerous is this blurry, who decides what's acceptable? Live seafood, a dance between freshness and cruelty. Few things shock foreigners more than the sight of live octopus, frogs, or turtles skewered and grilled alive at Chinese night markets. In the name of freshness, vendors proudly kill creatures on the spot, or worse, serve them still moving. But this spectacle of live cuisine raises several red flags. First, there's the ethical horror. Animals writhing in agony while being eaten isn't just disturbing, it borders on culinary sadism. Second, there's the risk. Live animals carry bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli, especially when kept in dirty plastic tubs or fish tanks filled with stagnant water. Proponents argue that this is tradition, a sign of honor and respect to freshness. But when tradition leaves customers queasy and animals suffering, can we still call it culture, or is it cruelty disguised as cuisine? Fake meat skewers, the street food scam no one talks about. Walk through almost any Chinese night market and you'll find grilled skewers sold for mere cents. They look like beef, smell like lamb, and taste like something. What many don't know is that these skewers often aren't meat at all. Vendors have been caught using seitan, flour paste, and chemical flavorings, topped with generous amounts of meat essence powder and artificial fats to mimic the look and taste of real meat. Worse still, some street sellers have been exposed for using expired, grayish meat soaked in bleach to restore its color before grilling. While affordable, these meats come with a heavy cost to health. Chemicals like sodium borate, banned in many countries, have been used to tenderize fake meat. It's street food that doesn't just lie to your taste buds, it lies to your stomach too. Recycled oil-fried snacks, cooking with the unthinkable. Here's a secret that's hard to stomach. Many Chinese street vendors use gutter oil, yes, literal oil retrieved from restaurant drains, sewers, and waste barrels to fry popular snacks like spring rolls, fried dough, and battered squid. This practice involves collecting used oil, filtering it with industrial chemicals, and reselling it to vendors for a fraction of the cost of fresh oil. It smells almost the same, tastes almost the same, but it's laced with carcinogens, heavy metals, and bacteria. Investigations have revealed entire black markets for this toxic sludge, which authorities struggle to fully eliminate. The fact that this oil ends up in food served to thousands daily is a grotesque reminder that in some cases, profit outweighs safety. Mystery meat dumplings. What's really inside? Dumplings are a Chinese staple. But in the wrong hands, they become a culinary roulette. Vendors have been caught stuffing dumplings with rat meat, fox meat, diseased pork, and in one infamous case recycled meat from funeral home waste bins. To mask the flavor, these fillings are heavily spiced, dyed, and blended with fat. The dumpling skin hides the truth, and for unsuspecting consumers, the danger is real. Why does this happen? Simple economics. Dumplings with genuine pork or beef are expensive to make. Cutting corners with black market meat increases profits, and many customers never suspect a thing. The culture of concealment, when tradition protects the unacceptable. While Chinese cuisine is celebrated worldwide, the darker side of its street food industry is often protected by nationalism, cultural pride, and a deeply rooted "don't question it" mentality. Many vendors operate without licenses, with limited regulation, and in urban spaces where enforcement is weak or corrupt. China's street food scene is a blend of wonder and horror. On one hand, it offers bold tastes and ancient culinary traditions. On the other, it's a minefield of contamination, deception, and sometimes even intentional harm. Fixing what's rotten. If China wants to preserve the global admiration of its cuisine, change is essential. Here's what must happen. Number 1. Stringent regulation and inspections. Random inspections and licensing must be enforced, especially in major cities where tourism and street food intersect. Number 2. Public transparency. Consumers have the right to know what they're eating. Clear ingredient labeling and hygiene grading like letter grades could revolutionize trust. Number 3. Ban on gutter oil and fake meats. Real, enforceable penalties must be imposed on those caught using illegal oil and counterfeit meat products. Number 4. Whistleblower protection and incentives. Vendors and workers who expose illegal practices should be protected and rewarded, not punished or silenced. What's the real cost of a cheap bite? Chinese street food tells two stories, one of history, flavor, and cultural pride. The other a disturbing tale of contamination, cruelty, and deception. It's time we stopped pretending both can coexist. By demanding transparency, pushing for reform, and choosing where we spend our money, consumers both local and global can play a role in reshaping this broken system. Because behind every bite, there's a story. And sometimes, that story is far more disturbing than delicious. If you found this expose eye-opening, hit the like button, subscribe for more hard-hitting food investigations, and share this video to start the conversation. Let's demand better, because food should nourish, not deceive.